Sierra games get treated like crap online. Eternal second fiddle to LucasArts, admittedly good if you like that sort of thing, adventure games with no damn teeth. Oh, it's bad because you might die, yeah? Get good. Oh, if you don't pick up the silverfish at the beginning of the game, you can't finish it because the silverfish acolytes won't let you into their dungeon without it. Oh, just get good. A game isn't bad because it tricks you. That's awesome. When was the last time a game just stuck its middle finger in your face like, fuck you, you fucking dick. You want to win? Well, get fucking good. And don't say like Dark Souls, because that's cradling the softest lamb compared to Sierra games. God, I love those games. I love Sierra. I love you. I love you, Sierra. I want to kiss you. Come here. Oh, please, Sierra. Okay, alright, fine. Yay, okay. Sonic was the fucking shit back in the day, as opposed to today when it's just, fucking shit. So every developer wanted a piece of that attitude pie, and we got a surplus of Badical mascots on the home consoles, and it is in this feature that I want to examine some of said mascot games. And one.
Awesome, Kickstarter machine knows what? I'm awesome!
First, a little clarification. Despite his frequent insistences otherwise, Awesome Possum is not awesome. He may, however, kick Dr. Machino's butt at some point. It's hard to care, as Awesome Possum's game is so uninspired and gimmicky that it's a real challenge to beat even one level without losing the will to live. See, Awesome Possum never shuts the fuck up. Developers Tengen figured that by cramming the game with a metric ton of admittedly decent quality sampled speech, they could wow the players into ignoring the awful graphics, terrible performance, sprawling empty levels, brain-hemorrhaging sound, and tiresome environmental message. As Dr. Machino himself says,
"You're not so awesome." Really count.
2. Dinosaurs. Big, cumbersome phalluses of evolution that ate each other for ages, then killed over and died. Worthless. Thankfully, Radical Rex is, naturally, radical. Not only can he breathe fire, he can also skateboard. Show me a Stegosaurus that can do either of those things and I'll eat my game hat. Yes, I own one. It's brown. Anyway, Radical Rex is a fairly standard platformer in terms of its mechanics, but the level design is enjoyably convoluted and the locations are quite inventive. You'll never forget splashing around in a Brontosaurus' stomach lining. There's hidden secrets all over the place that add a sense of reward, as well as a large number of expansive stages, with a great little twist at the halfway point that I won't spoil. See, unlike Awesome Possum, this critter can actually back up his claims of radicalness. 3? The eponymous creature of this US-Japan only title appears to be some sort of mutated sneaker-wearing duck, not a million miles away from Sega's own Bean the Dynamite, in fact. However, Socket doesn't waste his time throwing bombs at people, he likes to plug himself into the mains, I am not making this up, and haul ass around disappointingly small levels, kicking 7 shades of shit out of any bad bastard foolish enough to cross him. The game is pretty inconsistent, with speed-focused levels being followed by ones that require extremely precise platforming, meaning that you can't simply blast through the thing mindlessly. There are also some rather irritating maze stages in which you're likely to encounter the same scenery over and over again as you search in vain for the exit. Thankfully, it's not all bad. The graphics are decent and colourful, although Socket himself is deeply unappealing, and the music is rather good. The presentation of the game is fairly reminiscent of the later Greater Dynamite Heady. It's got a similar feel to Telmet's Adventure / Marvel Land, also on the Mega Drive. Overall, Socket succeeds in not being terrible. Its name also succeeds in sounding enough like Sonic to trick well-meaning grannies into buying it for eventually disappointed children. Clever, Vic Tokai, very clever. 4. Dashin' Desperados is similar to Sonic in the sense that you are dashing, and that's it. It's extremely tenuous a reason to include the game in this feature, but worthwhile considering that this is the best multiplayer game on the Mega Drive, besides arguably Mega Bomberman. The premise is nonsense. Essentially, you and a friend each take the role of a potential suitor for a pixelated sex bomb who exploits your hormonal eagerness by offering a kiss to whoever completes her arbitrary tasks, which usually means a race. First one to the end wins the girl's heart, but there's a catch. Either player can assault their opponent with all manner of weapons to get there first. Bombs, ice, fire, sweeping kicks, or simply rolling over them are all fair game. Things get frantic quickly and the game descends into the best kind of chaos and disorder. You'll shout, you'll swear, you'll laugh like a drain, and all over a woman. Ah, memories. 5. I'm going to court controversy here by stating that James Bond 3 is magnificent and better than any Sonic game could ever hope to be. Now, if you haven't immediately stopped the video and set off my blood, I shall explain why. First, it's huge, huger than Sonic 3 and Sonic & Knuckles in size, if not in scale, and huger than Super Mario World, and with a more interesting map to boot. This game packs in 102 levels, and none of them are just lazy repeats of earlier efforts. This game is, to put it bluntly, a behemoth. In order to finish it, not only must you reach the end and defeat the evil Dr. Maybe, do you get it? An act which in itself is punishing in its difficulty, you must also destroy all the Stiltonium mines. Don't ask, something to do with the stupid plot. Rescue the captured agents, one of whom can then be used as a second playable character, adding yet more depth to an already saturated game. Find the secret treasures of the moon, which are entirely optional, and explore all the secret levels, of which there are several dozen. James Bond 3 is, by far, the best platformer on the Genesis, and I demand you play it this instant. Oh, and it's in this feature because you can run on the walls and ceilings. Like Sonic. Yeah. In Commander Keen 6 Aliens 8 My Babysitter, Sigh, there's an optional area that lets you inspect Keen's rocket ship. If you do a super pogo jump to the right, you can access a hidden ledge and drop through this screen into a hidden cave area. That's a pretty cool secret, right? However, if you leap for the ledge but stop short of dropping down, you can super jump out, arc back to the right and find another ledge, allowing you to collect these 4 pizzas. What an absurdly silly little secret. And of course I found it because Keen was one of the only PC games I had when I was a little kid. If there's one thing I'd say I miss the most in modern gaming, it's this kind of silly little hidden area. A nice bonus, not really telegraphed at all, something you just have to think, I wonder what happens if I do this, and the game rewards you. Frivolousness. You see it so rarely nowadays, and it's mostly in Nintendo games, and I really love it. Well, it's about time I talked about this one, isn't it? Alex Kidd in Miracle World is a game that it's difficult for me to find fault with, even though its faults are right there. Because it's one of the first games I ever played on a console and I have passionate, loving feelings towards it, hence the name of this show, hence the motif. It's essentially a platformer with some incredibly light adventure RPG elements which take that classic form of miss an out-of-the-way item, fail to progress without incredible luck. The biggest point of contention are the boss battles, which take the form of rock, paper, scissors or Janken games. Only the first one is really an issue because it is luck-based, unless you've memorised the order, rock, scissors, but after that you can get an item called a telepathy ball that makes them a lot less taxing because you can see what your opponents are thinking and react accordingly. Much of the game is about gathering money to buy awesome items to give yourself an advantage, though the game can be beaten without them. It's really hard though, so it's best to just get saving. Variety is brought to the mix by some fun vehicle sections with a speedboat, a personal helicopter, and a motorcycle that allows you to what the fuck is that? Frogs! Everywhere! Frogs! They don't stop coming! They don't stop coming! Frogs! Hi, welcome back to the mailbag. I've got another bit of fan mail here, let's just take a look. Dear Stu, I just want to say that I thought the Sierra feature was sophomoric and a waste of time. I mean, your argument was literally get good. That's pathetic. Sierra games are terrible shit, not even close to the clever design and subtle humour of LucasArts adventures such as Dare the Tentacle, Full Throttle and Grim Fandango. Yours faithfully, Tim Schafer. Oh, fuck this.
Most people think I'm too difficult, but you really get me!
I mean, they tell you to save often, what are they complaining about?
Yes, exactly! Oh my god!
I know, right? Drink more. Playing Medal of Honor Frontline, the first mission is the D-Day landings, and it's really hard. I kept dying over and over thinking, man, this is kind of bullshit. Then I realised that the actual D-Day landings were probably quite hard too, so it's fairly realistic in that sense. Then I thought to myself, that's probably the most insensitive thought I've ever had. So, bravo EA. Summertime, and this time every year I go through my rituals. Delicious ice cream, epoch-shattering horniness, and a frankly dangerous obsession with the video game Lemmings. Yes, every year I'll go, hey, must be about time to play Lemmings again, and I'll get fully invested anew, maybe play a new version of the game, or I'll just run through the Amiga version again and have a private rave to the 10 Green Bottles music. I'll revisit all my favourite levels, like It's Hero Time, and I Have a Cunning Plan. The solutions to those are just, like rich creamy butter, so good, oh my god. Lemmings, man, it's so good. You play as some sort of omniscient but deeply cruel god who nonetheless opts to save the lives of these stupid lemmings, cursed to behave suicidally and fling themselves off cliffs. You intervene by assigning them attributes, like tasks or jobs, like a blocker will stop other lemmings passing him. A builder will construct a diagonal bridge to let the other lemmings cross the path, and a bomber will explode and die, which is amazing. And they throw together these few attributes and just create an amazing thing. They cleverly reuse the same level design in places, but the solution transforms because they just give you fewer attributes. It's just so clever. And that's without even getting into advanced techniques like blocker releasing and isolating individual lemmings, and when you find out how useful the pause button is. God, just go and play it. It's on literally every format. A long time ago I was playing Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Master System, as I was wont to do, and I just could not find the red Chaos Emerald. All of the others, no problem, but the red one eluded me. I knew it was in the Gimmick Mountain zone, but for the life of me I couldn't figure out where, despite combing every inch of every stage. Frustrated, I went to bed, and that night I dreamed of Sonic. I dreamed of him navigating the Gimmick Mountain stage and coming to a seemingly innocuous piece of scenery which he passed through like a spectre, locating the elusive red emerald. When I awoke, this was fresh in my memory. I booted up the game and played through to the stage in question. Surely not. Surely it couldn't be. But it was. My dream had come true. A premonition had led me to the red emerald. Some unseen outside force guided my hand, guided my way to this hidden treasure. I was gobsmacked. A premonition. And that really fucks me off. You maybe get one supernatural experience in your life, and I wasted mine on Sonic. I could have had a useful premonition like, oh shit, something massive is about to run you over, better get out of the...
Oh my god, Jesus Christ, I didn't see you there from the cockpit of my massive haulage lorry.
Hey, your camera. Now it's Andrew Stanford's time to shine.
Eddie Stobart actually only became a haulage company in 1970, after they moved on from their agricultural work that they began in the late 19...
I reckon that's about enough of that. I reckon that's finished. Morning.
Oh, fuck.